And
Exactly.
here's the one thing I do want you to know is that I still wouldn't call for Nick Fuentes to be unalived. I don't like any of the things that he says. I would
want to
never
call
call
for
for him
anybody
to
to
be
be on live.
unalived. Same with Milo.
Yep.
I think that so here's the one space that I will give him absolute 10 toes down props on is that he encouraged discussion between the left and the right. I'm not necessarily a fan of the debate format because that boils down to either I'm right or I'm wrong. And I don't think that we in our society should look at this through the lens of I'm right and you're wrong. I don't like the linear approach that we take. I don't like
It's not
being
linear
called the
though.
left. I don't like it. It is linear because it's
You
left or
have
right.
no, because you have a certain group of people that is depicting a certain party as being something out of the horrors of the Holocaust, which is insane. Okay, it has to stop. We have to stop depicting these people as being a threat to democracy. This is what the politicians on the left are doing, is they're painting us as if we're going to strip away the democracy that we have. And that comes with people getting radicalized and feeling like they have to take these matters into their own hands. And I won't
Can
say
we?
things are perfect on the right either. People have done this on the right as well. But you have to
That's what I
condemn
was
it,
doing. At.
okay? That's the problem.
So you do recognize that radicalization doesn't play sides. Both sides get radicalized.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's a radical side that we've just admitted 5 seconds ago exists on the right. In fact, they used to be on the left, and then the left decided that they were going to wake up and stop being racist
See, there you
because
go with the
they
linear
couldn't
again.
peddle racism anymore. It wasn't popular, and people were losing support for it. So they had to rebrand themselves as being not racist. And when that happened, the people that were super radical on their side of the aisle got all pissy and went to the Republican side of the aisle. And now they're trying to leech themselves onto us, and we keep trying to kick them the fuck out, and we can't get them out. They keep leeching themselves onto us. But the problem with the
I will.
Democratic side of the aisle, real quick, is that you guys let the communists into your party. That was the mistake that the left made. You let radical communists that believe in revolutionist ideas, and they believe in actual violence and taking over the country. And it's fuck the left. Now you
Okay,
you have those people stuck in your party.
so let me express to you what I've been seeing on my FYP. I can't flip 3 times without seeing something about Knights Templar. I can't flip 3 times without seeing Are you ready for a civil war?
Are you a racist?
I'm not.
Okay, well,
I'm
let
not.
me tell you
But
how
here's my
TikTok
thing.
algorithm works.
I'm a little bit more on the mellow side.
Okay,
but,
well, let me
so
tell
let me
you.
explain it
I
out.
don't even know
I don't
what
think
that
you
is.
understand. I don't think you
I know
understand
how
how
it works.
TikTok.
I know how
No,
it
you
works.
don't, because you
As an
don't
old guy,
understand
I
why.
understand.
Well,
I
you.
understand how algorithms work.
Okay, tell me how
Here's
your
what I-
algorithm works with your FYP. Go ahead.
The more that you visit, the more that you comment on, the more that you give a heart to, the more it's going to feed you that.
No, not at all.
That's not how the algorithm works.
Nope. Your
The more you
algorithm.
interact with it.
Your algorithm will pull stuff that you hold your interest to. So if I'm scrolling through my FYP and I watch a video for a certain period of time, you don't have to like it. You don't even have to comment on it. TikTok is recording how long you watch these videos. And the more that you watch it, the more that TikTok is going to be like, oh, this person likes this stuff. I'm going to keep pushing this to your FYP because it's keeping your attention on this app. And TikTok only cares about keeping you hooked and addicted to this app. That's all TikTok cares about.
Okay, let's roll with that. If I see something and I find it to be offensive, and I take the time to type in my opinion, even if it's a polar opposite, how many times have I watched that video? How many times is that 30-second clip played?
If it shows up on your FYP, and just so you know, there's a function on your FYP. You can tap your FYP on videos that you do not like, and you can say not interested. And the algorithm will recognize that you don't want to see those things, and they will stop feeding you those things. But the longer you engage in watching it, the more it's going to send that stuff to you because they want to keep you engaged on the app. That's all it does.
Cool. So Millie, real quick, SK, how long have I been going into debates with the right. How long have I been going into debates with you?
I'm pretty sure it's been as long as I've been on the app.
Probably
I'm sure
roughly.
you were probably here before me, right?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit.
Like
This is
I'll
way.
give you an example, okay? I watch Chinese dramas. If I go through my FYP, you'll see Chinese drama clips all day long because that's what I like to watch. So my FYP
Okay.
will keep feeding me stuff that I like.
So,
Which is why I said, are you a racist? Because you seem to be watching a lot of these videos so much that TikTok keeps feeding it to you.
well, I'm definitely not a racist.
Okay, so just start hitting not interested.
He's never been hateful to
Yeah.
me, by the way.
No,
As a matter of fact, he's the one that gave me my black card.
And,
So,
and
I think
that's what I'm
I think we're
saying.
just
Is
we're
that
just
I am
teasing.
not.
but I
Just
don't
hit
even
the
know
not
what the Knights
interested.
of Templar is.
The
I have
Knights
no idea what that
Templar,
is.
the Knights Templar were an organization that actually went to the Holy Land and defended pilgrims from attacks by bandits.
That's not all they did. We got to be honest.
That was the majority
We
of
don't
their
want to talk about the Crusades.
The Crusades
Which
are not
ones?
the
There were
part.
6.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Which one are you talking about?
Here's what I'm trying to get at is that I am not that right. I'm in opposition to y'all right now. I am not that guy that's on the right that is going to go this far. But for this stuff to be coming up this regularly on my FYP,
means you
it's
watch
kind of problematic. And the reason I ask that is because if you guys are being fed a whole lot of shit about the left celebrating and that's all you're seeing, you're not talking to, or you're not engaging with, or you're not being exposed to.
This isn't coming
I haven't
from
seen
our
any of this on
FYP.
my TikTok. First of all, I hardly ever look at my FYP. But second of all, it's coming from um, our local Facebook groups. It's coming from, the
Social
garage
media.
sale page where somebody posts something. It's literally everywhere.
Innocuously. Yeah.
Huh?
I'm just saying we're all being fed exactly what they want to feed us. There's no reason that I should be seeing.
But why would they?
I'm not racist. There's no reason that I should be seeing
Bruh,
the shit that I'm seeing on my shit
kidding
right
with
now.
you. Okay, the reason why I said that is again, it's about your engagement with the video. You don't want those on your FYP anymore. The first thing you do is tap the screen and say not interested, and it will stop feeding you that stuff.
Oh, I get that, but again, the engagement that I give is not aligned with what the
But it's
exact
still engagement. It doesn't matter. Dude, I
again,
engage in
when I see
politics stuff all the time, but like my FYP, so now my FYP just shows me all kinds of random political stuff, not necessarily just things I agree with. What Millie tried to explain to you is that if you watch it, the longer you watch it, the app will literally determine, well, you just watched a 10-minute video about this, so clearly it held your interest. We'll show you more. Unless you click not interested. So if you don't like the racist stuff, click not interested and go on to something else. I haven't seen a single thing about the Knights Templar other than History Revealed's video that's about the Crusades, right? That's the only thing I've seen about it. And I've only seen one thing of Milo Yiannopoulos, and it was because a friend of mine who was involved with getting rid of him from an organization posted that he's rearing his ugly head again.
It's absolutely, it really is ridiculous. And there was one dude that posted some shit, and I went in and I commented. And he actually commented back. I said, if you really are riding with Kirk, you would not be happy about the resurgence of Nick Fuentes. You wouldn't be happy about Groypers. And his reply to me was,
Well,
we are that's what we're all about.
Here's the issue, right? You guys kind of stoked the flames of the Groyper community by accusing the Pew Pewer of being a Groyper. I don't know if you've ever dealt with the Groyper community. You can ask Dean Withers what happened when he debated Nick Fuentes and how wild and committed they are to their cause. The reason the Groypers are up in arms is because you guys accused them of being leftists, and now they're literally the radical side of our party. The Groypers are not MAGA, by the way. They are not MAGA.
Absolutely not. They hate MAGA.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is that, again, the left has to take accountability for stoking the flames of these people. The way you deal with these people is you don't give them attention. You just don't acknowledge them. That's how you deal with the alt-right. Don't give them attention. And what the Democrats did is you guys pointed your fingers at them, and the way that those people react is they get crazy. Those people get crazy. Okay, so the left again has to take accountability for their actions when they ran around calling this guy a groyper instead of just acknowledging it was somebody on the left.
Millie's 100% right. Like the way we deal with the groypers is we ignore them. We ignore them because they're crazy people, and if you give crazy people too much oxygen, they try to infect you with their crazy. So we ignore them.
I think that your choice to ignore is what created the situations that may have happened.
What?
Because
ignored what, bro? I debated these people.
Wait.
The choice to ignore what? You can't give these people a platform.
Millie, you just said that the best way to deal with them is to ignore them.
I said the best way to deal with them is don't give them attention. Don't give them a platform.
Millie and I debated them. Millie and I debated them. I really and truly did not know that there were people on the right side of the aisle that believed the shit that these people believe. We debated them.
Further right.
And all the people in the comments that follow us that are on the left were like, this is the first time I've ever agreed with Millie and SK when we were debating these people. I felt like a Democrat debating these people. That's how far right they were. And I'm pretty far right.
Seriously, I'm like, bro, why do I feel like a liberal right now?
I mean, like, the horseshoe theory is no longer a horseshoe theory. It's like a circle at this point.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm kind of glad that you said that. Why do I feel like a liberal right now? Because they are that much more further down. Do you put anything?
I didn't say liberal. I said Democrat.
No. I was talking to Millie. Do you put anything past them?
No, these people. Listen, these people are literally white hood people. This is what we're saying. But I don't want you guys to keep pointing the finger at us, because what I feel right now is that you are. You're kind of like
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Here's what you're doing, OG. Charlie Kirk was pew-pewed in the neck. And instead of you guys acknowledging what's going on with your party and what led to this person being pew-pewed in the neck, you're like, let's talk about the alt-right. The alt-right didn't do this. The alt-right didn't do this pew-pewing. What do I base that on? Yeah, the Utah state governor. The FBI's release of the probable cause statement. The verification from his roommate and the romantic relationship he was in. The things that he was saying on his Steam account. I have his Spotify account. Do you want to listen to the music that this person watches and listens to?
If you could verify.
Do you think the alt-right? Do you think the alt-right listens to like trans activist music?
Do you think that the left?
No, don't answer my question with a question. I'm so sick of it. It's so exhausting.
I don't know.
Stop deflecting.
I don't know what they do.
Okay, well, so let me tell you something. The alt-right,
let me give you a full answer.
The wild people. Okay, let's hear it.
I don't know, because I didn't until recently know that they were very proud to be incels.
Okay, so keep deflecting. You can keep deflecting, but the issue is, yeah. I find it interesting for someone who says that they don't know much about the people that they're getting on their FYP. Like, stop it, bro. Stop pretending. You're not fooling anybody. You are. Well, you are. So you at one side of your mouth, on one side of your mouth, you're saying I'm getting these people on my FYP, and all I see is these people on my FYP. And on the other side of your mouth, you're like, I don't know much about them. You seem to know a lot about them.
I didn't. I've had to start learning, but I didn't learn on my phone. I learned on my computer.
Do you think the alt-right, who is like ultra Christian, super against LGBT, has a LGBT boyfriend that they're living with? They're not closeted. They're living with them.
I don't know that that's all.
You do.
Necessarily
you
questions.
do. I think you have more brain cells than that. I'll give you more credit.
Do I think that the alt-right is very conniving? Do I think that
conniving
they can turn the alt-right? They're not used.
You think the alt-right is going to take it in the butt to push a narrative? That'll never happen.
I think that they will take a shot to get the left and the right going at each other.
No.
I think that they would take a shot.
So let me get this straight. His MAGA family is
Who's?
lying. His boyfriend's lying. The FBI is lying. The Utah governor is lying. How much cope is it going to take before you guys just admit this person is a leftist?
I don't think that they've looked down. I don't think they've looked in this direction. I think that
yes, they have.
A lot of people. I don't think they do.
You don't think his boyfriend that was living with him doesn't know a thing or two about him?
A thing or two.
Okay. Do you think his boyfriend would know his political beliefs?
I have a question.
Potentially.
This is so disingenuous.
Really
the left just will not admit it.
Are Groypers capitalists?
Groyper. Well, I haven't really come across anything to say that.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. They're definitely not communists or socialists. So this person having the type of things engraved on the casings of the Freedom Seeds and being involved with groups that, quote, promote a broader struggle against capitalism and state violence. Do you think that sounds like a Groyper?
If I want to make you look in a certain direction, instead of looking at me, and I know if you look in that other direction instead of looking at me, I can profit and gain more power and gain more control off of it.
So can you say the same thing about Melissa Hortman in Minnesota? Just because the guy at one point in time was registered as a Republican, even though he was on the board for Tim Walz and his wife worked for Tim Walz for years, and he had multiple NGOs, including nutrition program NGOs and a security company where he had federal law enforcement training, and he did security in several other countries, including Gaza.
The security company that was in Africa that had no employees? Is that the one we're talking about?
No. I have all of the information, including the EIN number. I had all of this information before he ever even was found.
Are we talking about his position with Tim Walz, which was a mandated bipartisan committee?
No. As a matter of fact, the other guy he PPU'd was on the nutrition board. Do you think that there's a possibility what happened in Minnesota, especially if you read his letter he left for the FBI after knowing everything I just told you? Do you think that there's a possibility this could have something to do with fraud and not political?
SK, hold on one second. The white savior from yesterday that came up and didn't know what the red handprint represents, he wants round 2.
Oh God!
Hey, what was it? What was up with that?
Up with what?
The red handprint. I saw that the other day.
Yeah,
it means silence.
Yeah, I put a red handprint over my mouth the day after that Charlie Kirk was unalived, and what it represented to me was the silence that was bought in blood. But apparently, I upset a lot of people on the indigenous community side, and so they want to. I didn't co-opt what?
Yeah, you did. Where did it come from?
Where did it come from? I don't know. There's many separate people that have used that symbolism. Pagans have used it. Israelites have used it. Celtics have used it. Oh, girl, bye what?
Here's my Native American. Here's my tribal card.
Dip out.
Here's my tribal card, and and I'm the one when she went live and people started coming at her sideways. I'm the one that said, "Don't wash that off." Maybe somebody will go look up how it's tied to the